The three doctors received the Essence Award in 2000 for their accomplishment in leadership. They have written 3 books and have been featured in a Lifetime television special called The Things We Do for Love. In their books and in their TV special, they talk about the gift of self as being one of the greatest gifts that anyone can give. These 3 men do it often, and they do it wholeheartedly.
I'm the dentist of the group. Got interested in dentistry because I had the worst teeth in the world. They were strong, but they weren't where they needed to be. They were pretty smart. So my mother looked at me and she was like, you know, it's terrible. I love you, but I can't send you into the world looking like that. So she was resourceful. You know, she found New Jersey Dental School, where I actually ended up doing my training and became faculty once I finished. So I got inspired at the same dental school that I trained in, which is kind of interesting. I'm walking through those halls as a student, remembering those times I was walking through as a patient.
Went to the shower, went to go to the bathroom, went to watch television. Like that to me was, I was like, there's no way in the world I just couldn't do it. So fortunately enough, my mother had the insight to, you know, hire a lawyer who worked for. So when she said she paid $500 for a lawyer, that was a lot of money for us. You know, $500 for a lawyer, and you know, the lawyer came in and you know, she just felt that having a public defender was okay, but somebody that was personally hired would have figured out better for me. So she took her small amount of money that she had and she hired this lawyer. And I remember the lawyer came and said, well, you know, they're talking 3 years in jail, but, you know, if you take the plea bargain, that's what you would have to do. So I remember saying, okay, you know, that's the best we have, that's the best we have. So I agreed to that. And the day of the hearing, you have to go in front of the judge, you got to stand in front of the judge, you got to admit that you did something wrong, and then they sentence you to what you agreed upon, the plea bargain. And so sitting there, I'm like, man, I just happened, I remember being in front of the judge, and he asked me, did I do everything? And so I was like, yes, and then so we took a sort of few minutes break, and I don't know what took place, but somehow the prosecutor and my lawyer spoke, and they changed the deal to a 2-year suspended sentence, which meant 2 years of probation. And I remember when he told me that, I was like, man, you know, I mean, God must have been like, we're just going to take care of you. And then I looked and I saw my mother's face. And for the kids out there, you want to see pain, like you never want to see that look in your mother's face. And I mean, I just, like my heart just dropped. I just realized the pain I was causing. I was literally killing her. Right from there, I just felt like I was killing her. And so when the judge, you know, we sort of went back and he said, you know, you agreed to this, you know, 2 years suspended sentence, which is 2 years probation. And he said, if I see you back in my courthouse again, bring the toothbrush because you're not going home. So I said, well, you don't have to worry about seeing me again. And I actually did reappear in that same court room in the same courthouse 15 years later as an expert witness in an emergency medicine case. So,
be whatever it is that you want to become. I know you guys have heard that before, and every time I say that I get a little queasy because it sounds like a cliche, it sounds kind of corny, but it's the truth. You know, I'm only going to say cliches that we found and proved to be true because we know that you can be successful. We know that you can improve your quality of life if it's less than what you desire at this point now. It's not your fault you grew up in a disadvantaged home and in a background where you don't have your father in your home, it's just your mother and your brother. It's not your fault that you don't have very many resources, but it's your fault if you stay that way.